Mulvihill, and it's time for another seed starting video. In my last video, I showed you how to plant artichoke seeds, and even though you might not be growing artichokes, what I'm going to show you today is really important. As you can see, my artichoke seedlings are up and they're growing really well. They've got their true leaves, which are the leaves that you would expect to see on the plant rather than their initial seed leaves. These plants are ready to go into a larger container because it's too soon to plant them outdoors. It's just too cold. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Now you can see the artichoke seedlings up close. Those large leaves are called true leaves, which look more like the mature leaves on artichoke plants. These seedlings are ready to be transplanted. You might recall from my previous seed starting video that I used the All Roots seed starting system from Gardens Alive. Look at the size of the roots on the seedlings. Now, because these are vegetable plants, I'm going to use an organic potting soil. I grow all of my veggies and fruits organically, so this is an important detail. I filled a bucket in the sink with potting soil and lightly moistened it with lukewarm water. You don't want to use dry potting soil, which would be a shock to the plants, and you don't want the soil to be sopping wet. I'm recycling 8 pots that have been cleaned with a weak bleach and water solution and filled them about half full with the potting soil. I want to take a moment to address the issue of handling your seedlings. Remember, they are essentially plant babies, and you want to be very careful and gentle with them. Never pull them up by their stems from the seed starting pots. That will damage the cells in the stem, which will make it just about impossible for them to transport moisture and nutrients up the stem. You can lightly pull on them by a leaf, but better yet, use something like a slot screwdriver to slip down at the edge of the root ball and gently lift each plant out of the seed starting container. Now I'm ready to plant the first seedling. While holding it with one hand, I slowly fill in the pot around the root system with the other hand. Keep in mind that you don't want the plant to be too deep in the pot, since the leaves need light and room to spread out, or too shallow, as that will make it hard to water it. The water will just run right over the rim. I'd recommend having the soil level anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch below the lip of the pot. However, be sure you don't put the soil up above where the leaves come out from the stem. This can cause leaf rotting and also be hard on the plant. Here's the first plant, all snug in its new home. I wanted to show you a close-up of the next plant because, for some reason, it grew a little bit out of the top of the soil plug it germinated in. Do you see where the lower stem is a creamy color and then it turns green where the leaves emerge from the stem? I would cover the creamy part of the stem when filling the pot. Okay, here are all 8 plants in their new pots. I moved the pots under my plant light. If you don't have that type of a setup, just place them near a window where they'll get plenty of light. The last step is to feed them with half-strength fish fertilizer or another organic water-soluble fertilizer that's high in nitrogen, now and then again about every 2 weeks. Be sure to keep an eye on the moisture in the potting soil. Remember that lightly moist is best. Happy gardening!